And that's why Moors in the Moorish Science Temple of America pay taxes. Because that card that they have is BS, and they can't go to no store and put that down and get taxes off. Even though there are Moors who have that paper card from Moorish Science Temple of America and use that as their nationality card to get taxes off. Keep that in mind. That Moors who are in the Moorish Science Temple of America are gonna tell you that Moors are violating because we're showing our nationality card to the European, causing confusion. Well, when I give that card to them and I tell them where that tax exemption number is, they don't act confused. They know exactly what they're supposed to do. And they do it. But this is how they do, because they know that people don't study. They know that people don't have Moorish literature. They know that people don't have oral statements of Noble Drew Ali. They know that. So they're going to throw out things, bait, to try to convince people that, they know what's going on. No, they're quoting Noble Drew Ali and not telling you where the quotes come from that they're yapping about. Because the quote about don't show your card to the European, that comes from the letter that's supposed to be read every meeting that they don't read. Bet you. The only reason that letter is in circulation is because active Moors put that letter back in circulation. That's the only reason. If it was up to them, all you would have is a thought that there's a man named Noble Drew Ali and has no literature. Because remember, Mukarrabin Files tells you that Moors, after Noble Drew Ali died, copyrighted Circle 7 and copyrighted Handshake and copyrighted Eye of Allah and copyrighted Holy Quran and copyrighted 101 Questionnaire and copyrighted this, copyrighted the Charter, copyrighted the Divine Constitution and Bylaws, copyrighted everything. Why are they copyrighting stuff that's not theirs to copyright? Well, because they're dirty Moors, that's why. And their job was to cause confusion. And they're still around today, attempting to cause confusion. But there's too much information out now. Even Farrakhan's talking about Noble Drew Ali and all that. So, who are these people trying to tell you that this is not your birthright? Telling you go pay taxes to a foreigner in your own land to pay for some roads that your ancestors built, and they're telling you pay taxes? Your ancestors died building America up. Your ancestors, so-called Negro, black, colored people, whatever, Black Wall Street, all that is your ancestors who built this place up. And they're not telling you pay taxes to your ancestors. They're telling you pay taxes to a foreign colonizing occupational force. Like that's their roadways. And remember, these are Moorish American Muslims, according to them. These are Moorish American Muslims. And they're trying to convince people, that Noble Drew Ali wasn't about exercising rights. He wasn't about exercising rights. He wasn't about constitutions and stuff like that. He was only about some religious, spiritual, whatever. Well, constitution and rights are spiritual. So you can't tell me about your religious whatever and not tell me about constitution, because they're relative, because there's no separation between church and state. How is there a separation between church and state when the state is taking an oath on the Bible, which belongs to the church? There's no separation Don't fall for the game, public, private, and all the BS like that. When the people realize that tyranny is going on and that the government is committing treason, it's about time for the people to start their own stuff. It's about time for the people to start their own stuff. Because you can't fight the fact. You can't fight the fact that everybody out here that has melanin are Moors. They might be unconscious ones. There might be dirty ones. There might be ignorant ones. But everybody who has dark skin, who has melanin, anybody who's a carbon-based being, drinks alkaline water and all that stuff, you're Moors. That's just what it is. No, you don't need the temple to be a Moor. No, you don't need any papers. But, you know, having them is not going to hurt you. Because this is about knowledge. And once you ingest this knowledge, once you make the choice to say, I'm going to be Moorish American, I'm going to honor my foremothers and forefathers, know that that's a covenant that you're making with the ethers, that you better not violate the covenant. You better not violate the covenant that you make. Because trust me, I've seen people violate the covenant and what they get for violating. Because you can't pretend with this. Because it's divine. You know what Drew Ali said? Allah alone guides the destiny of this. So you could play Dirty Moors, you could play UCC Moors, Authenticator. Yeah, you know, do your thing. It's your birthright. I would suggest that you study and correct your mind frame so you can correct your mind state, so you can change your vibration and actually give back to humanity. Just by you changing your vibration. Forget whatever work that you're going to do. That's secondary. Because all your work is going to mean nothing if your vibration's messed up. And this is the whole point of studying. That's why you think these guys can talk all they're talking. Yo, I'm in class. Let me be back later. Yeah. Right? Know that these, you know, when we say, just like when we're talking about Klansmen and Freemasons and whatever, don't think that that's some Hicks hillbilly, you know what I mean? You know, running a pig farm and stuff like that. They're scientists. Like, don't think that they're just, you know, some dirty Moors. They know exactly what it is that they're doing. I already told people. Elder Moors came to me. Elder Moors. Right? Elder Moors came to me. Telling me that they don't know who that individual is on Moorish World talking crazy by the name of Sharif Bey. They're slapping their forehead. These are elder Moors. These are Moors around before we've been around. When we were nigger, black, colored, and all that stuff, they were Moors with Sharif Bey. Right? And they're like, I don't know, that's not the stuff that we heard him teach or whatever when we invited him to come teach at our spot. I don't know what he's talking about. Pay taxes to some foreigner. You know? And this is a thing with these patriarchs. Right? This is a thing to give the appearance, it's not a reality, remember, give the appearance that Noble Drew Ali had nothing to do with standing up for his rights. He had nothing to do with that. He was just some religious guy. Came with some spiritual whatever for his people. Make them better citizens, talking about vote for democracy people. So you're not going to form your own police force. You're going to put a Moor in the police force and then train him to go up the ranks to be the police chief so Moors could get something. That's the plan. When we could have our own stuff. Had our own stuff. And these same dirty Moors destroyed all your stuff. Dirty Moors destroyed your stuff. Because when we say, like, we always go back to the source, right? The source of Canaanland Moors, the Moors in Mecca, in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, around there, the Moors in Mecca during that time, they were the example for us, right? And we talk about it all the time. Getting picked up at the bus station, right? More taking your bags. Like, don't even grab your bag. Don't worry, I got it. You know what I mean? Get to the temple. Muftis taking your bags. You know what I mean? You go inside and, you know, the temple is dressed for something going on. Like, what's going on? What's going on? The Moors from Canaan land are here. That's what's going on. Right? Go to the Moor Science Temple of America, take a shower. This is how their stuff was running. Was able to go into the Moor Science Temple of America, fresh off the bus or whatever, and go take a shower in the temple. Have my own towel, all that. Go outside, gonna go get some food. Fleet of Moors. 4 or 5 cars. All with Moorish tags on them. In a fleet. Go and get something to eat. All them parked up behind each other. Nobody left out, ever. We're not parking unless there's a spot for all 5 cars to fit. These are the Moors. This was the example of what Moor Science Temple of America, what's that? That's what we saw when we went there. Remember, we're coming fresh off of Negro, black, colored, African, metaphysics, high science, blah, 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 whatever. Everything except Moorish, anything. And we're in a fleet with Moors on the public roadway. And they had private plates on their cars, all 5 of them.